Just did the bathroom.
Oh, I didn't realize. Somebody has.
In a minute, except for Mark.
Okay, even though it's not on the agenda, let's, okay, we just took attendance. Silent for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Yeah, we put you in attendance. I didn't realize you weren't here.
Mr. President,
Yes.
I'd like to add an item to the agenda, please.
Okay.
At board business, currently goes through F. I'd like to make a G, change to the August board meeting. Change to the date. of
You
the
want to
August
make
board
it after G?
meeting. There is no G right now.
Oh, on consent?
No, board business.
Oh, board business,
Yep.
okay.
Thank you. Oh, is that acceptable?
Yes, you're making a motion?
Oh, I'd like to amend the agenda.
Yes, it's acceptable. Yep.
And what is the item?
It's G, to change
Changing
one of our boards.
the August board meeting date.
Yes, okay. Public comment? Any public comment? No? Okay. Board President's report. So I have a quick statement. Since it's the last board meeting after the end of the school year. So I want to point out all of our community volunteers that supplement the district with either their time or resources to make sure our students either have everything they need to be successful or provide them many memorable and other great experiences. What makes our district special is all of you, and we say thank you as the school year closes. The board shortly will vote on ratifying various contracts for all those employees and/or contractors that support our students. Our number one and most important asset in the district are all of them. We cannot thank all of them enough, as we could not be as successful without their dedication to our students and community. As we say goodbye to the 2019 school year, we've had some amazing graduation celebrations across the district, which many of my board colleagues attended. All board members did attend the high school graduation. I'm sure I speak for all of my colleagues on what was an incredible event it was, and we were all honored to be on stage during the ceremony. The replay of the high school graduation will be released shortly and will also be closed captioned for the hearing impaired. Thanks to everyone across the district involved, including volunteers, in helping pull together all those year-end celebrations for all of our students. The superintendent search is underway as we hired Ray and Associates and are now working with them on the initial phases of the superintendent search, along with developing a superintendent profile. Ray and Associates will be reaching out to the community over the next couple of months for your input. Please check our website for updates on the process. Finally, last night at the Oakland School Board Association Awards Night, our treasurer, Howard Barron, won the prestigious Master Platinum Award, which is the second highest award from MSAB. To obtain this award, Howard would have had to have at least 813 MSAB education credits and completed 6 levels of coursework. Congratulations, Howard. With that, I go to the consent agenda. Lisa?
I move that the Board of Education approve the recommendations detailed in the consent agenda as follows. Request to approve minutes from a study session of June 5th. Request to approve minutes of a study session of June 6th. Request to approve minutes of a regular meeting of June 6th. Approval of a food service management company contract with Aramark. Request to approve membership in the 2019-20 Michigan High School Athletic Association. Request to approve time agreement with St. Hugo's. Request to approve workers' comp, TPA Comp 1. Request to approve disbursement reports. Request to approve monthly financial reports. Request to approve Barton Mallow planning services. And request to approve attached HR actions.
Support. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Consent passes. General discussion. Any other discussion? Board business. Board business A. Do I have a motion?
I move that Trevor Harker be appointed as Supervisor, Special Education. The effective date will be July 1, 2019.
Do I have support?
Support.
Discussion? Oh, Kelly?
Sure.
Sure.
Thank you. Yeah, I'd like to, it'd be my pleasure to recommend and share a little information about Trevor Harker for the position of Supervisor, Special Education. Trevor will bring to this position expertise in supporting students as a resource room teacher, a teacher consultant, a self-contained ASD teacher, and Trevor is currently serving as a Special Education Director for Total Education Solutions. Trevor has an Ed Specialist degree in Special Education and Educational Leadership, as well as a master's degree in Autism and a bachelor's degree in Elementary Education with a concentration in emotional impairment. Trevor is really eager to begin supporting the Deaf and Hard of Hearing program and has already enrolled in classes to learn American Sign Language, and he's also enrolled in a program to receive additional ASL training this summer. If approved, Trevor's effective date will be July 1st, 2019.
Any other discussion?
Very impressive background.
Kelly, would it be possible over the, and now granted it's the summer, but at some point in the future that Trevor come and actually meet the board members?
Yes, Trevor had pre-existing plans and wasn't able to attend tonight, but he did write you a letter of
I saw that.
introduction
That's
that
nice.
is uploaded into the board
Oh, I did
materials
not
as
see
well.
that.
Yeah,
Thank
it's
you.
really nice.
Okay. Oh,
You didn't
now I
see
see
it in
it.
the 540 pages of board materials.
There's a lot of stuff going on tonight that we had to read, so, any other question, any other discussion? Okay, vote, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, motion passes. Next, do I have a motion for the BHEA agreement ratification?
I move that the 3-year agreement with the Bloomfield Hills Education Association be approved as presented.
Support.
Support, Kelly?
Before I present items B, C, and D with the board, I'd like to share with you, as well as our listening audience, that the ratifications being presented for approval tonight are the culmination of a lot of hard work from a lot of people. I want to recognize and celebrate these collective efforts. I also want to personally thank those who served on both sides of the proverbial table, because we actually sit every other person, for their willingness to genuinely seek to understand the position of others, to work collaboratively through a problem-solving or interest-based approach, and for their perseverance and commitment to getting a tentative agreement. I think one thing we can all agree on is bargaining in our current environment is incredibly challenging, and as increases in school funding have simply not kept up with the price of inflation, this was difficult work, and I just want to say thank you. I know there's some members that are also here tonight too, so thank you.
Any other discussion points? And again, Kelly, on behalf of the board, we just want to thank you and for everyone who was involved in these negotiations. There was a lot of work behind the scenes, a lot of meetings, and to get this done before the end of the school year, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kelly.
Thank
Okay.
you. Maybe you could just briefly say how this year's process differed from years past, because when you say it was collaborative, I mean, it took what collective bargaining is by, definition collaborative, but it took it to a different level. Can you just briefly talk about how the process has changed?
Yeah, so I'm new to the process that's used in Bloomfield Hills schools. The district has used interest-based bargaining with the BHEE bargaining in the past, but I think it's a real focus on problem solving and understanding positions as opposed to being positional, which is your form of traditional bargaining. And that allows, I think, for in such a challenging environment to really reach the best outcome for both parties.
Yeah, and a shout out, I know she's not here, but to Mary Blair and her team on the other side as well.
And also Grant Dalton.
And Grant. Who's here. Okay, so we have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion passes. Next, the BHOPPA, I don't want to read up the acronym, I'll get it wrong. Agreement ratification, do I have a motion?
I move that the 2-year agreement with the Bloomfield Hills Office Personnel and Paraprofessional Association be approved as presented.
We have support?
Second.
Second, Kelly?
Yeah, so the BHOPA bargaining is with our office personnel and paraprofessionals. A tentative agreement was reached on May 30th, 2019, and ratified by the BHOPA members overwhelmingly on June 19th. If approved by the board tonight, it would be effective July 1st, 2019.
And again, credit Kelly to you and your team, and to the team. We have the president and new president sitting in our audience, and some of the members. Again, thank you very much, for working together and reaching this agreement. We're very, very happy. So any other discussion or comments? Okay, I have a motion and a second. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, motion passes. And next, Administrative Council Agreement Ratification. Do I have a motion?
I move that the administrators and other unaffiliated staff not covered by a collective bargaining agreement, receive the salary adjustments outlined in the background information in this memorandum.
Do I have
That's
support?
the number E. That's the
Oh, yeah.
unaffiliated pay
Oh.
rates.
Okay.
Okay. I'll read D instead, sorry.
That's what I was, I'm like,
I move that the 3-year agreement with the Bloomfield Hills Administrative Council be approved as presented.
Okay. Support?
Second.
Kelly?
Thank you. So the Administrative Council represents our building administrators. This tentative agreement was reached on June 13, 2019, and was ratified by the Administrative Council members today. This agreement would also take effect July 1st, 2019.
And again, thank you, Kelly, her team, and then Mary and her team reaching this agreement. Any other discussion? All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passes. And next,
Go ahead, Howard.
Howard, your turn. E.
I move that the administrators and other affiliated staff not covered by a collective bargaining agreement, receive the salary adjustments outlined in the background information in this memorandum.
Support?
Support.
Kelly?
All right, thank you. So this is a recommendation for a salary adjustment as opposed to a ratification as presented with the other groups, because these groups are unaffiliated. So your approval tonight would be effective July 1st, 2019.
Okay, any other discussion? Okay, thank you again, Kelly, for working on this and the team. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passes.
Thank you.
I don't think that the next motion we need to clap on if we end up approving it. Do I have a motion?
I move that the Board of Education approve membership in the Michigan Association of School Boards for the 2019-20 school year in the amount of $8,242.
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
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 All those opposed? Motion passes.
Okay.
Next, G. Do we have
Okay.
an amendment?
Yes. I move that the Board of Education move the August board meeting from its currently scheduled date of August 15th to August 13th, Tuesday, 2 days earlier.
Do we have support?
Support.
Discussion?
The reason for this move is that since we set this calendar up in January, MASB, Michigan Association of School Boards, set up their Summer Institute. That is scheduled currently to start on the morning of Friday the 16th. So if we have a board meeting on the 15th, it just makes transportation very difficult of trying to drive up to, it's up north in the state in the Lower Peninsula. So that would give whoever decides to participate in this Summer Institute with MASB some travel time on Thursday. So we currently have that held as an open date when we did that large doodle. So all we're doing here is moving from, and then we have a study session on Wednesday. So all we're doing is moving the board meeting from after the study session date to before the study session date.
Okay. We have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, motion passes. Any other closing comments? I call for adjournment. Thank you very much.
you.